Okay. Let's see. I am locked and loaded for streaming. And to get the chat up. I do not want to log into that yet. There we go. And then go to my channel and pull up my live stream so I can read the chat. Pop out chat. Rotating and copy stream link. not a blender. I'm not ready to use blender. Do, 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 do. Are you checking out the camera, Scully? Yeah, I know that's a new toy in your enclosure. You know, I'm gonna change the name from the snake cam to the Scully cam. So I think that's cuter. Cause you're not just a snake, you're Scully. You're a cute baby. Hi, this color. Oh, are you on the heat pad? Of course, you decide to hang out behind the camera. I need color comic. Damn it. Come on. Where's my fancy brush? There's my fancy brush that I use. Beautiful little snake snake. You know what? Maybe I want Belly. Beautiful girl. You got so much more enclosure to explore. Why are you messing around with me?
Hello everybody on stream. Hope everything's going good. Bye.
I don't think anybody's here. Oh, it says there's 2 people here.
I was sort of whispering it anyways. Enjoy the snake cam, everybody.
If the snake would go in front of the cam, she's too preoccupied with what I'm doing. Okay, Tati, you get 1 warning. You start messing with the snake playpen, you get shot with the water. I will not hesitate to hit you with some water. Shade. What color? I think it was that one. I'm pretty sure it was that one. I could just double check. That would be the smart thing to do. Come on. That is the color that I was using. Don't you get any wise ideas, Tatsu. You guys never want to hang out with me while I'm streaming, and then when it's the snake's turn, now you're... Okay, get off my iPad. No, it's Scully's turn. She gets some hangout time. I bet she's this horn again. You keep your butt over there, Tatsu. You stay away from my snake. She's being a good girl. She's getting some out of enclosure time. Hello, Scully. You're so cute. I love when you scope. You scoping and checking out. One warning, Tatsu. Remember. I already gave it to you. What don't you think about it, little man? Scully, there's an... Hello! Yes, Tatsu... Well, he's almost fully recovered. He's able to free roam now, which is what he's been missing, but he still has to wear his, He was wearing a cone, but he didn't like the cone, so I sacrificed a t-shirt to make him a little onesie. Oh, nope! You have initiated the spray gun. The spray pew-pew. Yeah, that's what you get. You don't raise a hand on my snake. Jerk. He's recovered enough to be a bit of a butthead. But I took preventative measures. I got a fully loaded water sprayer next to me. Water sprayers never really used in this household for disciplining cats. Not recommended. But in this instance, I am having to multitask, and it's easier to click a button on a water sprayer than it is to just scold him and be like, no, because he won't listen. Yeah, that's what you get, Tatsu. They're trying to strike at Scully. How dare you? She's being a good girl. She's just hanging out in her playpen doing sneaky things. Maybe at some point she'll move into the camera. Oh. Scully, do you know that there is an entire enclosure that you can hang out in? You don't have to just stay in the spot where the cat was. Rosengard. Just the camera since Scully is hanging out over there. Here we go. I am doing okay. I worked on the couch on my iPad until it ran out of battery, and then I went and worked on enclosures for most of the day until my phone died, and then I realized that it was time for me to eat some dinner before streaming. And when I was putting away the new lights that came in for Precious and Scully's enclosures, Scully was sitting at the front of her enclosure, meaning that she wants to come out and hang out. And when I opened up her enclosure, she made all these burrows, and she had a bunch of dirt all over her face, which means that she'd been digging. And so she's up and active. She's not usually up and active this early, so decided to hang out, and she's still active. And so stream started a tad bit late today because I was setting up her playpen enclosure so that she can hang out and do sneaky things, and you guys can watch her hang out and do sneaky things, you know, when she decides to go in front of the camera. Right now she's plotting her escape from the playpen, which there is a cat hanging out nearby who has expressed an interest in smacking my tiny snake. So that's not safe. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, my sister had a, I think she had a Russian dwarf hamster when she was in high school. We had a dwarf hamster once. I believe we named the hamster Critter, because this hamster bit everybody and would draw blood. He was small and fuzzy like the Krites from the movie Critters. The movie franchise called Critters. Critter did not live that long because we were not good pet owners, or raised to be very good pet owners growing up. Now I make up for that by just absolutely spoiling my babies. As regular viewers know, I've been building enclosures for my snakes, and they actually look like enclosures now. I'm really excited. I bought glass for their doors yesterday. I just installed the glass rails for the sliding doors, and I get to start hardscaping this week. So I'm gonna sculpt a bunch of rocks and trees and stuff for them to climb on. But anyways, one of the things that I got for them was UVB light setup, which ball pythons generally they don't need UVB to grow like bearded dragons. Bearded dragons have to have UVB, because if they don't have UVB, they can't digest or they can't something to do with vitamin 3. They can't synthesize vitamin D. And if they can't do that, then they get a really debilitating disease in their bones called metabolic bone disease. And so they have to have UVB. Ball pythons do not have to have it, but they do benefit from it. It's kind of like we don't need to take multivitamins every day usually, but you do get benefits from it. So I figured, why not? I'll just get them the UVB, and their set and extra bulbs came in today, so I tested that out and everything worked, so I get to install those once I'm finished with hardscaping and painting. And at this rate, I think I'll be able to move them into their enclosures in about a month. Because I have to let the enclosures air out and dry and cure fully, so that there's absolutely like no vapors, because that could seriously harm them. And I love my babies. I want them to live long and happy lives. And I'm going to adjust the camera again because Scully has decided that the middle where the camera was first pointed is now the place that she wants to hang out. Oh, I see a coil. There we go. You're so cute. I love your little scaly face. I love that. That's I am sharing that with Tim when he walks into the office again, because I have a wired mouse and he has a wireless, so I nominate that we call Tim's wireless mouse a hamster. But yeah, later when I take a break, I might see if Precious is roaming around, and if she is, I'll pull her out and I'll put her in the playpen. So it is for the playpen. It's okay for both of them to be in the playpen together because they're not living in there together. But they're each gonna have their own separate. Well, they have their own enclosures right now, but they're getting castles. They're gonna be 120-gallon enclosures. For perspective, Precious's enclosure that she's not in it right now. I moved her into a plastic tub during the winter because it was hard to keep her heat up. But her old enclosure was a 40-gallon. So she's getting 3 times the amount of space. And little Scully has been living in like it's either a 32 or a 64 quart box. Because when we first brought her home, she was way too little for any bigger sized enclosure. So she's just been living in there. But she's finally starting to outgrow her baby enclosure. So she's gonna massive upgrade in a month. There we go. Now I can... Yeah, okay. Now I can make Ian... disappear into the background a little bit. Do 10 and... let's bump that up to... let's do 30. You know what? I'm gonna save one and make my edits on another. That's the smart thing to do. You know what? No, I'm not gonna change that. I am gonna bump this up. Let's do 20. 20 seems like a good one. Extra fun one, just replace his computer mouse with a live hamster. He would hate that, and then I would have to take care of a hamster. I am not versed in the ways of hamster. What else do I need to do? I guess I can put a little bit in the background just to bulk it up a little bit. Okay, now I want that, but I want to change that. Riley, don't you get any smart ideas or you're gonna get hit with the water pew pew. I'm not using my iPad. Whoops. Yeah. Let's do that and that. Up a little bit more. Oh, that's not going up. That's getting kind of bueno. Instead. Oh, that's not bueno either. There we go. Oh, whoops. That seems okay. Yeah, there we go. Boop. And oh my god, how's that look on the camera? You guys can see the leaves moving, but I don't think, yeah, you guys definitely can't see that Scully is on top of the camera. Did you find a new toy to play with? She is changing the camera angle. You silly, silly snake. You're so silly. Scully, I can't with you. You're too cute. Although I worry you're gonna bring that camera down. her, some of her body. Yeah, do you find a new thing to hang out on? You're so cute. If I set up another camera, it would become the Scully show. There would be no space for drawing stuff because there would just be snake camera. One warning, Riley. Yeah, that kind of works. Ish. Yeah, you start being a butthead, you're gonna get hit with the sprayer. Yeah, she knows what that is. Are you still on the camera, little girl? You are still on the camera. Is it gonna rain? Weather. Anybody else open up their phone and then just stare at it, completely forgetting what it was you meant to do? 'Cause that's me on the daily. Okay, no rain. I gotta check because my enclosures are, they have a tarp over them, but right now they're just kind of in the court area of the house, because we don't got much space for me to put them anywhere else at the moment. Except in my room. Once the enclosures are done and built. So the best thing that I've done for my productivity as far as comics goes is I have stopped, for the most part, for like just background stuff, I've stopped drawing in every background, and now I just go in and just paint what I want the background to kind of look like. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be representative. And so far, it's been great for my sanity. Alright. Which generic thing did I put? Alright. How many other? There's one. Okay. And background. Oh, that one. It was that one. I do not want to apply the mask, I want to get rid of that mask. I want the mask gone. Oh, that's why I wouldn't. Never mind, I want the mask on. Okay, maybe I do want the mask on. she's still just using that camera as a... Well, hi there, sweet girl. I figured I'd give you some pets since you're hanging out there. And go back to them. In the sense of like, Yuri BDSM, no, the most that my stuff is right now is like PG-16. Not my thing. I leave the porn drawing to Tim. Oh, sorry, hentai. He'll come screaming into the room being like, it's hentai and it's art! There we go. My raster. Oh. There we go. And then... while I may not do the same kind of stuff Tim does, I do help him out when he needs it for stuff like mail club or editing, script stuff. Well, not script stuff. He lets me read the finished pages. Let's see. How would I like to? Yeah. And then you and I bring the last stuff to. I think I bring it 20. So 20 now. Oh, she's on the move. And of course, that little sneaky going to do sneaky things. Sneaky things is usually just observing cameras or hiding under branches. She's very good at hiding under branches. There we go. That's what I call a half-assed, full-assed background. Hello, Squash. Are you off the camera now? Can I fix it? Maybe? Oh, she's off the camera now. Okay. I'll bring the thing up so I can see where it's focusing. Alright, there we go. Hopefully she... Yeah, so the problem that I've been running into with my own work is I've been whole-assing backgrounds that I could have half-assed because they either get covered up by text bubbles, which actually, come to think of it, I don't have my text stuff up right now, so I don't know how much of all this is about to just be covered. Let me look. Quite a bit of that is about to be covered up, because I'm so smart. That's okay. And oh, that was the last background I had to work on. Yay! I do need to go in and make a couple more fake photos. Let me do that real quick. And that I can half-ass because the really important ones are already on the page. The secondary important ones are being worked on right now. And these ones, I can just throw anything in there. So I'm going to throw in, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's throw that in there. Give me the Clip Studios so I can download more free backgrounds. Because these are going to mostly be covered by other stuff. Two assets. Give me free backgrounds. Or backgrounds that I can pay with Clippy, because I got lots of Clippy. Put that back up before Snake decides to escape. She's very good at... Well, not her. Precious, my other ball python, is very good at escaping. She has escaped... She escaped recently, and I didn't realize she was gone for maybe a day or two, because she mostly just hangs out in her enclosure and just doesn't want to be bothered, but... Found her behind the dryer. No, that was actually what I wanted. Give me free. Give me backgrounds. I can spell backgrounds, I swear. Give me free backgrounds. And give me the free ones. That's a good one. Download that. Download. And yeah, this is the part where you guys get to listen to me shop on the Clip Studio asset page. And that one looks good. I really only need about 4 or 5 of these. And then I'll call it good. Sure, these all look good. And this one downloaded. Okay, now I need... I'm gonna do a classroom for funsies. Where'd the classroom go? Hold on, there too. And where is all? Oh, downloads. There we go. 2, 3, and 4. And this one I'll do. That way. Love the hustle with the houseplants. Okay. And here we go. I think this one is also better flipped. Yeah, okay. Okay, rasterize, rasterize, already rasterized. Rasterize and also rasterize. Hello, little sneaky. And now to copy paste. Oh, wait, I gotta add the A and deselect. Oh, that was the wrong thing, not deselect. Shrink selected area. Let's shrink that about 30. Perfect. And then I need to add. No, that's not what I wanted. I need to add border color. I'll add that later. No, I wanted to. I wanted to duplicate it. Duplicate. And duplicate one more time. You get a border. You get a border. You get a border. And you get a border. Wait. Duplicate. Border and border. Okay. And there we go. And see. And Control V. And T. Alright, let's do all of these get selected. Shrunk down a bit. And there, yep. T. Let's move over here. And let's shrink that a little bit. There we go. And couch. Let's put that there and then I just tried to use my tablet as an iPad. Does not work like that. There we go. Photos. And then the other ones that I have will go in there. Mostly covered those up. Those are just for background stuff. Now I can get the shading. And that can go to background, and that's done. Hey, thanks. It gives me happy feelings too. Until I start trying to paint with the eraser. Then I just get big mad. And boop. And boop. And let's get some shading done. Oh dang, I might actually finish a page tonight. That makes me happy. What do you think, Scully? Do you think I get a page done? Thank you for your vote of confidence, Scully. Well, I'm sorry. She keeps moving out of the way of the camera. Let me see if I can turn the camera on her. She's right behind it. She moved out of the way. Scully, Auntie Jess wants to see your face. Okay. Short art break while I corral a little snaky. So I'd say you're only slightly worse than the cats, because... Oh, hello, my little girl. Oh, you're cold. Why haven't you been waiting? You need to be hanging out on the... You need to be hanging out on the heat mat. Oh, you're so chilly. Mwah, I love you. You're my good girl. Here's Sneaky. She is currently confused at why I am holding her and not just letting her free roam. There you go, baby. Yes, good little snake. And Tatsu's still staring at me like, why does the snake get preferential treatment and not me? I'm the one who had to have surgery. Off to do sneaky things that are not in front of a camera, because apparently all my pets are camera shy. Of course, now would just be the perfect time for her to just take a dump on camera. Because for some reason, her and Precious love to use the bathroom in this temporary enclosure. Mind you, Scully maybe uses the bathroom once every 2 weeks to a month. Depends on how big of the prey is that she's given. Precious, on the other hand, goes like maybe once every 2-3 months. Really does not go to the bathroom that frequently. But when she does, yeah, the snakes have very dramatic poops. It's kind of funny if it wasn't so scary sometimes, because Precious woke me up once at like 3 in the morning. Because of how loud she farted. Snakes can fart. And they fart loud. Which was not a thing that I was prepared to learn about snakes when I first got Precious. But nope. They rip cloaca. It is. I woke up from a dead sleep because I heard cloaca flapping. And then Precious making a very, very dramatic face before she just dropped a turd. Like, my goodness. If you're a pet owner, you have had to deal with some traumatic poops with your animals. And if you haven't, you might want to check on your animals, because they do it at least once in a while. Actually, I take that back. Well, you should check on your animals, but just like if you haven't seen a dramatic poop incident with your pet, I'm convinced you don't have a pet. Just don't have a pet. You do not have a pet at all, because I don't know, and everybody that I know who has had a pet has some kind of a dramatic poop story. And that's why people come to these streams. To listen to me talk about traumatic poop stories involving pets. Here we go now. One of the best things that's happened for my productivity was learning just use the lasso tool. Fix the shading later. You can do that? That's legal? Wee. Oh, the only light that's in the enclosure is what I have on in the studio. Really, I'm tempted to give her her new UVB system came in, and I almost set it up, but Nope, I think Scully's just being a silly noodle, just exploring her environment and... Alright, Tatsu, you've already been warned once. You can look in there all you want, but the second you raise a paw... Yeah, I see you. I'm watching you. Let's see, what do I have to talk about to fill y'all in on? Yeah, you know what's up. Ran away with a quickness. Yeah, you wanna try again, butthead? Turd. Let's see. Yeah, not much has been going on, just... Which, I mean, good. I'm just working on projects. Introducing Lee to spoopy movies, because she does not like... Alright, like, she's okay with spoopy movies, it's ghost movies that freak her out. He did, so, Scully is in a protective playpen. Actually, I will take a picture, and I'll post on the Blue Sky later, but she's in a protective playpen, which was marketed for kittens, but I got it for snakes. And I fill it up with a bunch of houseplants and sticks and stuff for her to hang out in. There's a tube in there that she can slither through. And then I put a heating pad in there also so that when her temperature gets too low, she can go and hang out on the heating pad for a bit. And so she can stay in here for a couple hours. But it's just, it's good enrichment because they don't get let out a ton. Like, I do take them out and hold them and stuff, but they don't get, like, long times out of their enclosures. So, at least once a month I try to give them, like, a prolonged out-of-enclosure hangout time where they just get to explore their little playpen and all the fun stuff I put in there, and I try to swap out the stuff every time I put them in, so they always have something new to interact with. And it's good enrichment for them. And, oh yeah, so because they're, so I have the playpen. It's also protection, because the cats are very interested in the snakes. They haven't tried to eat them, they just want to bap them. Just a little smack. Just to test it, see if it bounces, see if it does anything fun. Yeah, you guys hear me talking about you. And of course now they want to be all like, oh, I want to be in the office now, what's going on? Oh, are you streaming? You guys lost your chance. You're never here when I want to do streaming. You never sit still. But now that there's a fun new toy, y'all are suddenly interested in hanging out here with me. I see how it is. and slight, ironic, funny kind of thing. Riley's favorite toy, is, it's a fuzzy snake on a stick with a feather tongue. We get it from Pet Supply Plus, but like it is her favorite toy. To where I bought her 2 extras so that she wouldn't wear them out as much. But she doesn't chase them or hit them or anything. What she does is she picks up the snake or the fuzzy snake in her mouth, and then she just walks around the house with it, just doing these like it's like her meowing and grunting all at the same time. It's really funny to hear. But just walking around and announcing like, "Hey, I've got my fuzzy snake." And she also has a ritual with it. She'll take it to like the front door, and then back to my room, and then back to the front door, and then back to my room, and then lay down and just delicately, like, not even chews on it. She licks it. So like she plays with this toy in not a way that I'm sure is normally marketed, like the way the toy's marketed for, because it's got a stick. So we hear the tinking of the stick like hitting steps or being dragged on the floor. But she's my silly cat. And I love her stupid butt. But oh yeah, so she's, her favorite snake is this, or her favorite toy is this fuzzy snake. So my headcanon is she sees Precious and Scully and she's like, why are those snakes naked? Where's their fur? These are some ugly kittens. Tatsu, you start getting any wise ideas again. Oh, are you looking at the plant? Are you looking at the plant Tatsu, which is a very interesting plant? Yeah, you better run. Punk cat. I don't think I've watched any interesting YouTube videos recently. Oh, well, I have been watching some Defunct Land recently, like old Defunct Land. Yeah, you just want to, like, poke the baby. Like, this is really the first stage of humanity, is this weird looking potato? What ails you, my little freeloader? 7:35. Okay. I'm thinking around 8 o'clock I'm gonna take a short break to go get some snackies and refill my tea. Check on my other snake, because if she wants to come out, I'll bring her out too. She can hang out in the playpen, get some outside time, stretch her scales. Apparently Lee needs her jammy pants. Hey, buddy. What do you want?
Literally just that.
Rude. Tim,
Yo.
have you watched any interesting videos lately?
Yeah, I just listened to one about Blood on the Tracks, that horror manga, which I read most of, or at least the first 6 volumes. There's that really good one talking about how the movie The Rock is actually a James Bond movie.
Huh.
Which I totally agree with now. I liked the theory initially, and then after watching the video, and the guy actually giving really good arguments, it's like, yeah, I agree. This is a James Bond movie.
Canon accepted.
Canon accepted.
I've just been watching a lot of Roanoke gaming, so it's like, which hilariously has nothing to do with gaming. But he does. I've mentioned it before on stream, where he does scientific analysis of movie monsters and diseases and stuff like that. So like today, I watched one on Gremlins, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And this really weird one that was from an 80s movie that was definitely an anti-drug PSA horror movie. Jess is like, Jesus, Tim, do not talk about that manga. It must be good.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Well, send me the video when it can spoil it itself. Oh, I picked up a couple more volumes of My Hero Academia, so I'm like 12 volumes through. Excuse me, I gotta remember to breathe. I can see the hype for why My Hero Academia got so popular. I'm a little worried though, because the more that I'm reading and when I go to the library, I realize there's like, 30, 40 volumes of this comic. I'm like, I'm gonna be here forever. And then there's spin-offs. My Hero Academia volumes. I am curious to see what I've gotten into. Oh no, don't give me the list of the chapters. I'll be here all night. Just give me... Oh my god, where's just the Wikipedia page? Huh! 42 volumes. Excuse me. Dang. 42 volumes, my god. And it's completed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's completed. It ran until last year. Oh god, and then there's manga spin-offs. Smash Vigilantes team up missions. Oh my god, how did this guy work on so many mangas? Oh, they're written by different people. Okay. Well, dang, I got something to read later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about, like, the, like, oh, when it gets to a certain point, it just doesn't get good anymore, so. I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to manga and TV shows, so it'll, if it's really bad, I'll stop reading, but I did watch the entirety of Weeds, which was a terrible show. Just a really, really bad show, and I suffered through it because I needed to know how it ended, and it ended terribly. You want to watch a better show? Watch Breaking Bad. It was trying to be like suburban LA Breaking Bad. I need to watch Better Call Saul. I've watched Breaking Bad like 3 times.
It's very good.
I keep hearing how good it is. I just don't. Whenever I go to my dad has Netflix and stuff like that. I don't have it here, so I catch up on my shows when I go to visit my dad. So Breaking Bad is on the list. But I'm not so invested in shows that I feel the need to get Netflix, because I don't want to deal with Netflix. They started doing a bunch of stuff that got really stupid. It was just like not worth it. I'll get the DVDs or watch it when I go visit my dad. Okay, so the thing I will say about like My Hero Academia that I wasn't expecting is and for context, I'm not a fan of the Avengers movies. It's just, and my criticism with it is there's too many main characters, and just my tiny pea brain has a hard time keeping up with all of it and staying interested in the movie when it's constantly jumping between characters. MHA is doing a pretty good job so far of like staying focused on Deku, but also like highlighting and getting me invested in other characters. which I was worried that it was going to go the way of the Avengers, where it's like there's too many characters to follow. I can't get invested in any of them. Don't ask me to remember their names. I know Bakugo, Deku, and I feel really bad I can't remember the... Well, I have a hard time saying her name. I keep saying it to myself to try to memorize it, and I can't. It's the, Urareka? That anti-gravity girl. Oh, and Aizawa. So far, Aizawa is one of my favorites of the adults. I don't know. I connect to him at a certain exhausted level. I too am a permanently exhausted, somewhat middle-aged person. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Team Dad. Or, yeah, the like, there's just reluctant dad of most, like, animes and stuff like that. It just cracks me up, and it's like, I dig it. This guy's cool. What, the babies are yelling at something. Aww. Oh, I wonder if I can get the camera on that. Scully is, save. Scully's wrapped around a plant and has nestled herself there. See if I can... Oh! Alright, she's doing a scope. Hi! What are you up to, little girl? There's a snaky. Come for the art, stay for the snake. Riley is yelling at something. And let's do a little bit of overlay. We're getting the really boring part where I go in and add a slight break in the foreground and background. What distresses you, my little one? Are there feral cats out there? Are you jealous of them? And there. It's something. It breaks it up a little bit. Oh, I forgot JJ's lipstick. And her eyeshadow. What's wrong with me? Oh, overlay. Hey, Mama. Hi, Mama. What are you doing, little girl? What? Is it all you have to say for yourself? And let's get some eyeshadow in there. Where did I put? No, it's that one. Do a little blur cleanup. He has some little gawky makeup. Your tail tastes good, Riley. Yeah. I'm getting it nice and clean. Every time I talk to her, Riley looks at me like, why are you acknowledging my presence? There we go. Little Goth's got her makeup. And... Well, Mama. You better not be getting no bright ideas. And all that goes through her little head is, I'm full of bright ideas. For the 8. Save. Oh, and it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to take a break to go get some tea. And use the restroom and check on my other snake. I saved that, and I need to open my break time. There we go. And tab. Alright, I will be back in about 5-10 minutes. I already had dinner, so I don't need to cook anything. Or, you know, eat a big meal. But I shall return. Oh my goodness. Don't you get no silly ideas, Riley. Butthead. No, 'cause I don't trust you.
I will shoot you. I have returned. With tea. No Precious though, because she was very comfy in her log and seemed almost offended that I would even suggest that she come out of her enclosure. Which is new, because normally she's like, get me out of here! Guess what, Scully? That means you get the whole enclosure to yourself for a bit. And then I'm gonna put you away. So I got stuff to do. What am I doing? I'm done with the break. No, I don't need to save. I should do some backgrounds just for funsies. Okay. Oh, I was shading. And I'm real close to having this page done. Yay. Because I had to do all the hard stuff first. Like a smart person. Be smart. Do the terrible stuff first so that the fun stuff gets to finish the page off. What's he doing now?
He's just sitting all proper on the steps.
Oh, because he knows if he comes over here and starts messing with the snake, he'd get the spritz.
Oh. Yeah, well, he looked at me like, excuse me. Being picked up was not on my bingo card right now. Thank you very much. Oh, excuse you, sir. Let's not do that, shall we? I'm gonna talk to Daddy. Hi. May I have 2 plastic envelopes for Prince?
Yes.
Steal 2 for me.
So you said plastic envelopes, something. Plastic envelopes. What are those? And it's like, oh yes, I use those all the time.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Tim, balloons.
Oh yes, balloons.
Have you located them or know where to locate them?
I have a relatively good idea where to locate them, and I shall check momentarily.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because tomorrow, I'm finally doing the hardscape.
You know, I said that about sewing for weeks.
I have nothing else that I can do. I mean, I could maybe cut the glass for the doors, but I'd rather put that off. At least for a little bit. I'm intimidated to cut glass.
Thank you very much.
Very well.
I have cut glass at least once. It was not that bad. I don't know how to necessarily sand it down so it doesn't cut you, but I know how to cut it.
You just sand it. You just sand it.
Just sand it.
I don't think any fancy sanding, you just sand it. I bought sandpaper specifically for sanding glass because I was gonna do that enclosure in Massachusetts, but didn't. Oh, that sucks. If you want to go to a cat cafe, I mean, the first cat cafe to ever open in America is in Oakland. And if you find yourself in Chico at all, there is a cat cafe there. Kind of disappointed I never visited it while I was living there, but I know it's there. I heard good things about it. I have lofty dreams of opening a reptile cafe, but not cafe like. But I would not want to serve food or anything, but like, hey, you want to hold a snake? Come hold my snakes. Entrance fee's like $20 and you have all these different animals to hold. But hold them gently, because if you make them sad, I will fight you.
couple in the Bay Area. Oh, it's called Cat Town. cattownoakland.org. So there's one, the thing that I'm talking about, there's something like it in Utah called Clint's Reptiles. We stopped there. I've mentioned them a couple of times, but we stopped there on when we were moving back to California, and that was exactly the experience that I was hoping to like have, and just it made me be like, wow, more places should have these. Well, I guess I should make one. But any plans that I had to do anything like that quickly got shut down with just gestures vaguely at everything. But maybe one day in the future. Yeah, it's not so much a cafe, like, you don't get food there. I guess technically it would be a zoo. But yeah, Clint's Reptiles is cool because you could just, it was like $12 for 2-3 hours, and, you could see all of the fancy enclosures for the animals, and if you wanted to hold an animal, you would just tell one of the staff, like, I want to hold this black king snake. And they would pull the king snake out and tell you about it, and like all of them had names, which was great, because I love hearing all the fantastic names that people have for their reptiles. And it wasn't a black king snake; it was a black forest snake. His name was Vader. And just it was awesome. I got to hold a couple of animals that I would one day like to have. And I really liked the format and just the amount of people who don't get that hands-on experience with reptiles would be cool to have, like, hey, come do this thing and hold these animals. Got a fear of snakes? We'll help you with that. And I'm gonna move the liner up here and JJ's liner. There's one. Oh, fucker. Perfect. But yeah, if you're ever in Utah, Clint's Reptiles is really cool to go to. 10/10 recommend. Maybe one day gonna road trip with my dad out there so that he can check it out too. Because he does a lot of road tripping. He goes through Utah pretty frequently, so the only problem is he keeps going there on days when they're closed. Because they're only open like 2 days a week. And then the rest of the time they're open for like private events. But yeah, I think it's a neat place. And I gotta fix that boa. And JJ's hair. Do. And shading.
Let's open that up. Miss. Select color gamut. Gamut. There we go. Dang, dude, I wasn't expecting you to go on a whole hunt.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they are.
Then I'll just go to the dollar store or something and buy some. It was if you had it, I would like to have a couple, but you
I
can't
thought
find
I
it.
had easier access to it.
You know, I was gonna suggest maybe we watch another one of the Insidious movies tonight after I was done streaming, but I'm kind of tired.
Another movie, you say?
I mean, I don't know if I'll wake. I don't know if I'd be able to stay awake, but
Well, I'm definitely down for it.
alright. Well, I said I was doing the stream until 9, so I've got like 30 minutes. And
Gives me enough time to take a shower.
don't be surprised if you have a Riley running with you. She's been really enjoying the window.
Yeah, she does that. It's been a couple of times that's happened.
Yeah. She was doing really silly earlier today. Like I had taken a break from enclosures to go use the restroom, and she follows me in the bathroom, which that's normal because I leave the window open in there now because we've had nice weather, and so it lets the bathroom not be as humid. But yeah, Riley runs in, and instead of going up to the window, she climbs up onto my lap while I'm trying to use the bathroom. I'm like, Riley, you're cute, but I need you to get off my lap. I got business to do. I'm gonna kick her off, and she jumped back up. And just like, Riley, this is one of the times where I'd like you to look out the window. Yes, you are adorable. No, this is not the time to be adorable.
This is a terrible time to be adorable. It's a time to be serious. Well, I'm gonna go do that real quick, and I shouldn't take long and be good for a movie later.
Ooh, we should have popcorn.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna have a soda. It's gonna be great.
I might have a second ginger beer.
Ooh.
Alcohol to be determined.
Living on the edge.
I'm an adult.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want, Tatsu? Looking awfully sus. Oh, gotta save. Ooh, I have tea. Oh, it's still hot. Awfully quiet out there this Tuesday evening.
Alright, Rosen, thanks for visiting. Have a good night. Little man. Little man. You got 30 minutes till dinner. Ugh, another reason I gotta end the stream at 9. Cats need to get fed. Oh, is there a snake doing sneaky things? There's a snake doing sneaky things. There we go.
I go walking in there, and then suddenly I turn the light on, and then boom, cat lands from the window.
I told you.
Yep, and then the other one comes walking in too, and it's like, oh no, they're both hanging out with me in the bathroom.
What?
I need to go outside.
It works. They
It does, I'm sure.
they see the water sprayer and they stop what they're doing and walk away.
And they're gathering again. Yeah, you better move.
And they're like, you need a bathroom buddy. What if you slip and fall in the shower? What's the matter, Tatsu?
Oh, hi Riley. You know the drill. You harass the snake, you get the spritz. Hey, baby. This is the sound I make when I know what I'm doing. Fake it till you get it. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, let's do some frenzy widout. You better not be getting smart up there, little boy. Tatsu is being a ninja. He is sitting on the brickwork above where Scully's enclosure is and or her playpen, and keeps looking down at her like Batman or something. Scully, you're so cute. You are so cute. I love when you do your scoping like that. Oh, you're so beautiful.
my snake. Hopefully she'll let me do snake cam again in the future. Yeah, that works. Cool. Forgot to do the makeup on the chili. Silly me. Overlay. Oh, thank God, I still have everything separated. You're such a sweet little snake. Look at that beautiful sneaky snake. He's a little butthead is what he is. Why are you staring at the camera? Did you just notice that it was there? Oh, I love my snake. You're so beautiful. Oh, that's why everything looks so dead. I need the glowy bits. A technical term. Sad boy. Oh, I'll definitely be able to finish this tomorrow. Because I've got a couple of images left to color, but those are on my iPad. You silly snake. Here. Yeah, I was trying to give JJ like just really lean into that goblin mode. Like, she's unpacking, she finds cool stuff. It's like, ooh, I found some hair clips. Put hair clips on. Ooh, I found this red pointy headband. Puts on. Oh, look, this boa from that one thing that I did. Bow. Puts boa on. Tatsu. You've got 15 minutes, my dude. Okay, I know people are not going to really notice that, but it's bothering me that I can see these dots. Little man. Little man. You're being ridiculous. Oh, hell yeah, her pockets are full of, like, random stuff she found on the beach. My headcanon is JJ is undiagnosed ADHD. Oh, hell yeah. Anytime I go to the beach, I pick up shells. I have an entire box of shells that I picked up from Paul Revere Beach in Boston. Because they were a soft shell, I think they're soft shell clams. But they were massive. I'd never seen shells that big. And they were just littering the shore. Like, I walked out into the water and they kept hitting my ankles as they got washed in. So I like took a backpack's worth of them home and still have them. And then there's this beach in Rhode Island called Oakland Beach. And Tatsu, you're being rude. They have teeny tiny conch shells just everywhere. And I have a container of those tiny conch shells. They bring so much joy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was called Paul Revere Beach. It was, it's in Boston, right off of the blue line of the T, which is their subway system. And my mom used to collect sea glass when we would go to the beach, but I don't come across sea glass that much. Shells? Hell yeah. I want to see if I can get these chitties done before I gotta end the stream to feed the cats. So sea glass is when like glass bottles and such go through the ocean, the sand and the waves knock it around, and it turns them into really pretty shiny things that you can pick up on the beach. I'm gonna... sea glass. It's not really a photo. I have a hard time believing that's a photo. Sure, here we go. Copy. And open. So yeah, this is what sea glass can look like. Although I've never found sea glass quite this round. Usually the sea glass that I find is very flat. Here we go. This is a little bit of a better representation. Copy. Open. So yeah, it just looks like this on the beach. It's not sand. The sand does help polish the glass down so that it's like this, but yeah, you can find sand glass at most beaches, but a lot of California beaches actually have them. I'm talking about sea glass.
Ooh, pretty. I cannot cut in my room.
Oh,
The fabric is too big.
whoops.
It's too wide for me to be able to cut in the room.
So you're gracing me with your presence
Yes.
for the last, like, 10 minutes that I'm doing a live stream.
Yes. I am fashionably late.
That's okay. Most everybody's gone. Well, there's 3 people hanging out.
I was about to say, what the fuck? Well, it's a good thing I showed up then. Keep this hard going for the last 10 minutes.
Let's... Out of curiosity, where to find sea glass in California?
Fort Bragg?
Fort Bragg has some?
I think so, yeah.
That would make sense. That was my mom's favorite beach to go to, and she loved playing with sea glass.
I recall having gone to Fort Bragg for camping
Mm-hmm.
with Kim and Jorge, and I recall there being sea glass.
Ooh, Glass Beach in Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal this picture so that I can open it. So this is a picture from Glass Beach in Fort Bragg. Look at all that sea glass.
Tatsu was unimpressed.
That's a pretty impressive beach. I want to go to the beach.
I said Tatsu was unimpressed. I thought it was lovely.
We should go to the beach. I miss California beaches. We haven't been to a California beach in a while. Or I haven't been to a California beach in a while. And we live near the beach now.
I haven't been to the beach probably since I went camping with Kim and Jorge.
The last time I went to the beach, like proper, was in Boston before we moved back here.
Right.
So it's been a bit. We should go meet up with Reb in San Francisco and hit up the beach because they live near beach.
Yeah. Fort Bragg is, I mean, you know.
It's a drive.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I mean, if we were gonna go to Chico or something.
Babe, are you having fun? Are you destroying that couch? Sketch, 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 sketch.
There's also a Scully who's seems to have been enjoying her enclosure.
Do not eat that.
I keep calling it an enclosure. She doesn't live in there. Her playpen.
Yeah. Sketch, 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 sketch. What time is it now? Because they seem to think it's dinner time or some shit.
They have 6 minutes.
I guess it's close enough.
I heard both beach, sure. Now, where things get weird in New England, what was it? Did they call it? They called it a route, or
A what?
like the roads, like they would say like Route 66. Was it route or route? Because like we would say one thing and they would say another, and they would look at us weird.
It did not matter which way I said it, somebody would look at me weird.
Oh, okay.
So, because I do recall, I think I said route, and they would say route. Hey, buddy.
Fun game to play with New England signs, specifically the ones in Massachusetts, is to try to pronounce them, because unless you live there or you know somebody who lives there and has already quizzed you, you're gonna get it wrong. And squash, I think that you'll get a kick out of this because you're familiar with Vacaville, so you know like Peabody Road. Way to give it away, Lee. Sorry. That one enraged me the first time I heard it. So in Vacaville, there is a road. It connects like one side of town to the other side in Fairfield. But it's called Peabody Road, and it's spelled Peabody. Peabody. In Massachusetts, there is a town that is spelt the exact same way. Peabody. It is not pronounced Peabody. It is pronounced Pibbity.
Because they're insane.
Pibbity!
They are insane.
It just cracks me up mid Pibbity.
The worst drink ever. These floors need to be redone.
What in this house doesn't need to be redone? Yeah. Oh, and my God, if you pronounce the name or insist it's pronounced a different way, you will get tongue lashing. It's not Peabody, it's Pibbity.
Peabody, you psychos.
You know what? Honestly, though, bring them to California and ask them to pronounce like half of the street names and stuff that are originally Spanish.
Bacaville.
It's Vacaville. No, it's Vacaville.
It's Vacaville. It's just Vacaville.
What Nevada people try to say, like Nevada. It's like, no, it's Nevada. If you mispronounce it, they get mad. I'm gonna start calling that now. It's just like, you're gonna go down Marshall Road and then you're gonna take a left onto Pibbity Road.
How much am I over? I can't find like my actual sewing.
What do you mean Pibbity? There's a Peabody. Yeah, Pibbity. Screams in Vacavillian. There's another one. Okay, this one I can't even spell. Like I have to write it out somewhere. You probably know exactly which one.
Oh, there's a few of them.
There's a few of them.
There was one I surprised Patrick because I actually said it right.
Basically how you figure out New England names is you just drop like half the consonants.
Drop the middle.
Yeah, drop the middle. Okay, so...
And do not ever actually pronounce the letter R.
Yeah. Okay, so this one... This is one that I'm going to start with. So this one, I see it and I would think Leominster. That is not how it is pronounced. It's pronounced Leominster.
Leominster.
Remember, ours do not exist. It's Leominster.
I don't know that we had the most problem with. We lived closest to.
Oh, okay. So I now know how to say the sauce name correctly. Okay, so I can't even fucking spell it.
WORCES.
C-E. Okay.
TER.
Okay, so this. So, some people pronounce it like,
Oh, nice.
oh, come on. Like, woo, or war, stir. Like, but no, that is not how you pronounce it.
Worcester.
It's pronounced Worcester. Remember, you do not pronounce the R's. It's Worcester. And it's Worcestershire sauce. Now you know Worcester. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce.
Pack the car to have a gag.
Oh, they fucking love that joke. I'm trying to think of other, because there's a couple.
I love my car keys. I left my car keys. You're wearing your car keys. What do you mean you need your car keys? Oh.
Riley is offended at our representation of her from her home state. So Riley and Tatsu were born in Worcester. It's Worcester.
Worcester.
Oh. For a short time, we lived in Worcester County.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime we'd go after our first year in Massachusetts, when we came back to California to visit friends and family and stuff, and we always just start quizzing them on names. How do you pronounce this? Wrong!
Let me tell you about this. We were having such a kick. We were getting such a kick out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had the same thing done to us.
Yeah.
Before we even moved there, our friends that live there and still live there. I miss them so much. One of our friends grew up in New England, so he quizzed us like before we even moved out there. So by the time we got there, we were
we had some knowledge.
We had some knowledge, and we could blend in a little bit.
Boy, this is some wackadoo, not square fabric here.
Well, I mean, Joanne's kind of stopped.
This isn't.
Oh wait,
no, this is from the Berkeley shop.
Never mind.
Insert
joke about nothing being straight in Berkeley.
Oh well, I. Okay.
It's already 9 o'clock, but I'm gonna finish these chibis and then I'm gonna end. I don't have to end exactly at 9 o'clock. I don't care what my anxiety says or my OCDs. Which honestly, I feel weird making the OCD jokes now that like Tim and his actual OCD.
You diagnosing my spouse?
No, he was peeling potatoes while I was eating dinner, and then he said, "Damn it, I lost count." I'm like, "What were you counting?" "The potato peel strokes." "Why?"
Okay.
And also, the like walking by something and bumping into it, and then having to bump the other side just to make it even.
Yes. Well, I mean, who doesn't do that?
I don't.
Shut up.
There's a botanical gardens in Berkeley that I want to check out.
Oh, okay.
And I really need to suck it up and just get my new ID so that I can get those Bay Area discounts.
Jeez.
It's like, I swear, I live here now. Give me the discounts for stuff.
Okay. Excellent. I have lost.
Yes.
Skizzers.
Yes.
They're there. I got them.
That is correct, Cube's question. Just like the owl from the Tootsie Pop commercial. How many peels did it take to get this potato unskinned?
1.
Apparently 41.
Well,
For at least that potato. That single potato.
that single potato.
That single potato took 41 strokes.
There is nowhere that I can cut this. Look at where I have to see.
If you moved the yellow tub out of the way.
I find it very funny also that I fit so neatly under Tim's desk.
Phrasing?
Huh?
Phrasing?
Oh. Well. I think the phrasing was fine. It's what you thought of afterwards.
I'd say you people ruined me, but I was ruined way before I met you guys.
Yes.
My high school friends were very upset at me being the little innocent man. They were like, no, we gotta fix that.
None of that shit here.
You will make jokes all the time, or you will suffer. Or in the case of Tim, I'll just not make jokes and watch him suffer. For the pure joy that it brings my dark little heart. I'm gonna finish Melina, and then I'm gonna call it quits because Tim wanted to watch a movie, and I am invested in getting popcorn.
What movie are you watching?
The 4th Insidious.
There's a 4th one?
And a 5th.
No.
Yep.
I thought they were done.
Nope.
Aw.
That's right, like, dang. Like, I thought they were done too, and then I found out a 4th one came out, and then lo and behold, we go to the library, I found out there's a 5th one.
Ah.
There's a 5th one?
There's a 5th one. It's called The Last Key. It better be the last movie. So yeah, I'm just finishing up Melina here, and then, I will be good
Honey,
Mm-hmm.
to watch a movie and work on my iPad.
Can you
Nice.
feed the cats? Oh, you look so comfy. The entire time that you were in the shower, I was just trying to figure out where I could set the damn thing up to be able to cut it.
That's a good point.
Oh, also, check it out.
You can hide under my desk.
You can get up to so much trouble.
I'm right here!
Well, we're not doing anything right now. Sheesh. Pervert. God, I hope I didn't just ruin this.
I understand.
Well, I guess there's no time to find out what the present.
I shall feed cats.
Thank
Yay.
you. Okay, now I need to. Oh man, where? There.
Your roomies sound awesome, by the way. They're okay.
Huh?
Squash said, your roomies sound awesome, by the way.
Aww. Thanks. We get that a lot.
And funny as hell. They think they are.
Hey, I made you snort with something yesterday.
God, what did I do? I make you guys laugh at least once a day.
Yeah.
It's kind of a goal. Like, okay, roomies are in an okay mood. I'm safe. It won't lock me in the basement again. I have a kid. We don't have a basement.
We have an attic for that. Okay.
It makes the roomies laugh and grin, or else it gets the attic again. Well, I hear kibble. Those cats are going to be very happy. Okay, Scully, you're going to be going back into your little shoebox for a bit. I think you've had plenty of outside time. And I don't want to supervise you anymore. That's what she was missing. I knows. Yay. Alright. I'll call that good for now. This page is almost done. I want to finish the last of the images that go up here. Alright. It is 9:00. Oh.
9:00. Damn.
It's 9:11.
Ah, never forget.
And Scully has... She's on the camera again. Oh, and I see it. Yes. Yes.
She is. She's just sitting on it.
Yes, Cube Squash. There are Bay Area discounts that you qualify for. They even include, like, Vacaville and Fairfield and Sassoon in those as well. Color me shocked. I wish I'd known about it when I was living in that area. I'm gonna grab this snake so that she can give a proper goodbye.
Oh, I am.
Come here, little sneaky snake. You're so cold. Why don't you lay on your heat pad? I put it in there for you.
Because heat pads are for losers.
Heat pads are for losers.
Okay. This cute little sneaky snake says goodnight.
As does this permanently exhausted artist. She's just staring at the camera.
Good night from the permanently exhausted artist.
One of them. Damn, so many of us. Alright, catch you guys in the next one. Next stream is on Thursday, same time. And I will catch you later. Have a good one. Good night. Or
Bye.
good morning if you're on the other side of the